World Athletics Championships Day 2, unforgettable highlights, shocking results and behind-the-scenes secrets. Some athletes stumbled literally while others watched their crown slip to rivals. That was the story of Day 2 at the World Championships. If you thought Day 1 delivered drama, Day 2 turned up the chaos. From Noah Lee and Harry Richardson being dethroned to a Jamaican resurgence to unexpected falls, shaking up the competition, the day was nothing short of a roller coaster. But when the dust settled, who truly emerged as the winners of Day 2? Team USA secured medals, but the defining storyline of Day 2 was Jamaica's stunning comeback, reclaiming the spotlight on the global stage. Adding to the drama, fans witnessed the emotional farewell of sprint queen Shelly Fraser Price, a moment that will be etched in history. So without further ado, let's dive into the highlights. Oblique Seville stuns in the men's 100-meter as he ends Noah Lyle's dominance. Since the USAF trials, a fiery three-way rivalry has been brewing between Noah Lyles, Kenny Bednar, and Keyshawn Thompson, the reigning champion, the season's second fastest man, and the year's outright speed leader. Fans expected these three to dominate the World Championships, but Oblique Seville stunningly flipped the script. Before that shock, however, the drama peaked when one of the medal favorites, Botswana's Tobago, was sensationally red-carded for a false start, leaving the track in disbelief and heartbreak. Speaking to the media, Tobago admitted, "I just had to let the race go because the guys were ready. I didn't want to delay things or protest against the officials." A heartbreaking end to his 100m dreams. As he was escorted off the track, the gun fired, and the race roared to life. Keyshawn Thompson surged ahead early, but Oblique Seville emphatically snatched the moment, blazing to 9.77 seconds, claiming gold and announcing himself as Jamaica's new sprint king. His compatriot Thompson came in second, clocking 9.82, a two-way medal for Jamaica, as both of them were crowned as champions. The camera panned to Usain Bolt as we witnessed his excitement for Lyles, who came into the championships as both the reigning world champion and Olympic gold medalist. He had to settle for the bronze medal as he clocked 9.89, his season best. Well, Team USA lost its 100m crown in the men's category, but retained it in the women's category. But there's a twist. Melissa Jefferson wouldn't end Harry Richardson's reign. If the men's 100-meter brought drama to the Tokyo Worlds, the women's 100-meter delivered pure history. Reigning champion Sha'Carri Richardson finally tasted defeat as her turbulent 2025 season continued. In a stunning twist, it was her teammate Melissa Jefferson Wooden who stole the show, blazing to a breathtaking 10.6161 seconds to set a new championship record, changing the women's 100-meter hierarchy. Melissa showcased why her name should be etched in history as one of the best. She arrived in Tokyo with an unblemished record in both the 100m and 200m. Time after time, she tore through headwinds with sub-10.8 runs, proving her dominance wasn't weather-dependent. At the U.S. Championships, she clocked 10.65, tying the sixth fastest mark ever recorded. Her performance in Tokyo not only earned her the gold medal, but also placed her fourth on the all-time list, leapfrogging the great Carmelita Jeter and matching Elaine Thompson. In addition, she is now the fastest American woman of all time. Well, on the other hand, Harry Richardson came fifth, clocking 10.94s, losing her medal. What caught everyone's attention was Shelly Fraser Price, as she bid adieu to the world of track and field with her final performance, clocking 11.03s, coming sixth. During the post-race interview, Tina Clayton, the silver medalist in the women's 100-meter, talked about how Shelly Fraser Price's her idol and how she wants to follow in her footsteps. Funnily enough, Fraser Price humorously asked, "Put on your medal, girl." Chaos in the 1500m women's race. There was absolute chaos at the women's 1,500-meter semifinals, though, for different reasons. The tightly packed heats witnessed the runners running with all of their passion, leading to trips and near falls. Australia's Jess Hull narrowly avoided disaster, while Italy's Marta Zanoni was disqualified for impeding another runner. It was a chaotic endeavor that followed. Ethiopia's Fwini Hilu faced early drama, just 150m in. While leading, she was clipped by a Spanish runner and tumbled to the track. Despite the tumble, the athlete ran the entire 1500m with passion and clinched the third position, placing her name in the finals alongside Faith Kipaghan, Dorcas Uoi, and Nelly Chepa. The Tokyo 2025 World Athletics Championships rolled into its second day with a kind of drama, passion, and high-stakes competition that makes this event the crown jewel of track and field. Day 1 gave us a taste of brilliance, but Day 2 delivered a feast packed with record-breaking performances, shocking upsets, emotional celebrations, and a deeper glimpse into the new generation of stars rising to the global stage. From sprints that brought stadiums to their feet to field events that defied physics, the day reminded us why athletics remains the purest showcase of human performance. Here's a full breakdown of results, race highlights, and everything you need to know from Day 2 morning session heats and early surprises. Day 2 kicked off with the women's 200-meter heats where American Gabby Thomas cruised through her opening round with remarkable ease, posting the fastest qualifying time. Her stride looked effortless, a signal that she's not only a medal favorite, but perhaps chasing a championship record. Meanwhile, the men's 400-meter heats saw some unexpected drama. Botswana's Lel Tobogo, better known for his 100m and 200m exploits, showed surprising strength in the one-lap event, qualifying with a season's best. In contrast, a few season names struggled, with South Africa's Wade van Niekerk narrowly escaping elimination after fading in the final stretch. The men's shot-put qualifying round set the tone for field dominance. America's Ryan Crower looked imperious, launching his feist attempt so far beyond the automatic qualifying mark that he simply waved to the crowd and packed up early.
His closest challenger, New Zealand's Tom Walsh, also secured a spot, setting up a heavyweight final clash. Afternoon. The build-up intensifies. The sun grew fiercer and so did the competition. The women's long jump qualifying drew eyes to Tara Davis Woodhall, who electrified the crowd with a massive 6.95m jump on her first attempt. Not only did she lead the field, but her confidence dancing before her run-up, smiling wide, ignited the stadium atmosphere. Jamaican Achillea Smith and Germany's Malikika Mahambo followed closely, ensuring the final would be a battle of world-class talents. On the track, the men's 800-meter heats provided tactical masterclasses. Kenyan youngster Emmanuel Woni made a bold statement, taking control of his race from the gun and crossing comfortably. Britain's Keely Hodkinson, though in the women's heats, matched that energy, moving with clinical precision and securing a strong semi-final spot. Evening session. The fireworks begin. When the flood lights came on, Tokyo's Olympic Stadium turned electric. The evening session was stacked with finals that had fans buzzing long before the start. Men's 100 100-meter final, and it did not disappoint. The field was a who's who of sprinting. Noah Lyles, Oblique Seville, Fred Curley, and Elzel Tobogo. The crowd fell silent at the gun, then erupted as the athletes exploded down the track. Seville, running with unshakable composure, held his form perfectly. Surging ahead in the final 30m. He crossed the line first in 9.78s, claiming gold and cementing himself as Jamaica's next sprinting superstar. Tobago took silver in 9.81s, showing the world that his future extends beyond the 200m. Lyles, despite his usual confidence, settled for bronze at 9.85s. The results sent shock waves through the athletics world. Was this the beginning of a new sprinting order? Women's 1,500-meter final, pure grit. If the men's 100-meter was about explosive power, the women's 1,500-meter final was a showcase of endurance and tactical brilliance. Kenya's Faith Kipyegon once again proved why she is untouchable in the middle distances, gliding away from the field with 200m to go and stopping the clock at 3 minutes and 53.24 seconds. Britain's Laura Muir took silver while Ethiopia's Derive Walti grabbed bronze. Kipyegon's dominance was so commanding that many are already whispering about a potential double, taking the 5,000m crown as well. Men's shot put final power unleashed. Back in the field, Ryan Crower reaffirmed his status as one of the greatest of all time. On his second throw, he launched the shot to 23.01m, a championship record, leaving his competitors chasing shadows. Tom Walsh managed silver with 22.15m, while Italy's Leonardo Fabri claimed bronze. The crowd marveled at Crower's consistency. He's not just winning, he's rewriting what's possible. Women's 100-meter semifinals, setting the stage. While the final was scheduled for day 3, the semifinals delivered enough drama to keep fans on edge. Sha'Carri Richardson looked sharp, winning her heat with a blazing 10.82s, while Jamaica's Shereka Jackson matched her in style. Britain's Daryl Na also stormed through, hinting at a wide-open final with so much talent peaking at the same time. The women's 100-meter was shaping up to be one of the most anticipated races of the championship. Beyond the results, the stories that stood out. Noah Lyles bronze. For an athlete who built his image on dominance, Lyles bronze was bittersweet. Yet his gracious acceptance of defeat and acknowledgement of Seville's brilliance won him respect. Every era has its moment, he said post-race. Tonight was obliques. Tara Daviswood. Hall's energy. Few athletes can energize a stadium quite like Tara. Even in qualifying, her charisma made her a fan favorite. If she converts her form into gold, she could become one of the breakout stars of Tokyo 2025. The rise of new faces from Tobago silver in the 100-meter to Achilles Smith's strong long jump qualifying. Day 2 highlighted that the next generation isn't waiting. They're arriving and fast. Faith Kipyegon's legacy. Watching Kipyegon dominate yet again sparked conversations about her place among the all-time greats. Her medal count combined with her consistency makes her one of the most decorated middle-distance runners in history. Medal table after Day 2. By the end of Day 2, Jamaica topped the medal tally thanks to Seville's heroics and relay depth. The USA followed closely with Crower's shot put dominance and multiple relay qualifiers on the horizon. Kenya rounded out the top 3 bolstered by Kipyegon's gold and Woni's 800m progress. What's next on Day 3? Day 3 promises even more fireworks. The women's 100-meter final is on deck. A clash that pits Richardson, Jackson, Na, and others against one another in what could be the race of the Championships. The men's 400-meter semifinals, women's pole vault final, and the start of the men's decathlon will also keep fans glued to the action. Final word. Day 2 of the World Athletics Championships wasn't just about who won medals. It was about how stories unfolded. From oblique Seville's sprint coronation to Faith Kippagon's graceful dominance. From Tara Davis Woodhall's electric qualifying to Ryan Crower's raw power. The day reminded us why athletics thrives on unpredictability. Every stride, every throw, every finish line carries with it a legacy in the making. As Tokyo's bright lights fade into day 3, one thing is certain. The 2025 World Athletics Championships are shaping up to be unforgettable. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.